or me and Becca are now away for a couple of days up in Sheffield. I think Dad, Rob and John will be up here tomorrow night, possibly. We might swap this tyre over, burst that one at Kings Lynn, so we're going to put one of our wet tarmac tyres onto that, and then that'll be ready for Scunthorpe. Hopefully it might cut that protection plate out, and then we can start putting that back together when we're back from Sheffield. A few other little jobs. This tube needs to be cut to length so that we can start making some top arms and bottom arms, so we're a bit ahead of the game for the year. Yeah, that's about it really. You are? Will. The guy who's driven there and made one of those nice little turn up. Yeah. He cut all the parts through the parts. Yeah. He kept that So Wednesday night, Dad and Rob and John did this tyre. Dad cut that all out, and then last night we put it all back together, welded it all up, and the tank can go in today. Also started cutting a load of inserts out of the old arms. There we go. And cut all the tube up so it's ready to make bottom arms and top arms. And I think this morning I'm gonna have a go at making a jig for these and see how we get on with that. Right, so the idea is we put this in here in the vise so that when we're making the jigs or making the arms, we can clamp it to the vise, and then I'm going to cut a bit of this to length, weld that on the top of there, and then where the hub holes are, we're going to weld some studs up through, and then mount a bit of plate off the side of here for the pickup point for the steering arm, and yeah, sort of winging it really. So we've just started making this jig. Just got 4 M10 bolts, bit of box in the vise, bit of flat on there, and then yeah, welded those studs in the right place so that just drops on. Same with that one. And now we're going to make some little bits of angle iron up here that we can put the bolts through, and same at that end. And then once they're done, we can start making the bit for the steering arm. So we just found these old bumper brackets, which just happen to have a perfect hole in them. So we're going to cut them and then make them fit on the end of there, same on the end of there, and get them all welded in. Right, so we've just made these 2 little tools because normally we have a spanner in here, a spanner there, and you do them up from the other side. Because you welded the bolt, obviously you can't do that. And then we've just made these on each of these ends, welded them all in, and then put the bolts through, so now that's all in position. Next job, Becca's just drilled these out, an old bumper bracket that then we can mount on there with a rod end in there, and then make a bit off of the jig to take them. So that's the next project. there we go, there's the little tabs for the steering arm bracket on there. And then we're going to just start undoing it, make sure it all comes out and doesn't get jammed in the jig. And that's that little job ticked off. That's it, that's the jig all made. We've just left all these bits in it ready to use when we get it. A little special tool we made. Allen key for undoing the bolts. Yeah, job done. Right, so next job, I'm going to make a top arm for a tarmac car because we had one that was bent at the end of last year, so we better make a spare. Yeah, had these bushes and the little brackets, we'll just clean them up and ready to start putting into the jig. So that's all those bits cut, bushes in the jig, bushes in there, these bits cut into there, this bit cut in there, that little tab cut, and then we're just going to start tacking it together, and then we'll take it out of the jig and weld the rest of it up. That's it, that's that one done. Managed to melt my jacket to it, but there we go. So we've got a bit of added extra cotton in that side. We'll rub that one off the board. And just a few more to make now. So we just cleaned all these tabs up, the housings for the spherical bearings, the compression arm tabs, shocker tabs, inserts, and we've just squeezed or squashed the end of that tube in the vise so that it fits into the housing nicer. So yeah, you get that cut to length and then start tacking all the bits together. So there we go, that's them all tacked in. we normally have this bolt that goes through there, through the little tabs that we've got in the jig, and it goes in between those mounting points. Nut spacer in there, nut on top of there. This one's got an angle on it, so we've built a little angle into the jig. And then the inserts in at that end, and these angle eyes just give us the side to side positioning of the tube. And yeah, and then we've got a little bolt down there that the mounting point for the compression arm slides down onto, and as long as you get that in the right place, doesn't really matter what shape the tab is, as long as you've got that mounting point on that hole. And then it's obviously spaced with welded nuts underneath to give you the right height, and that's that. Get this out of the jig and weld them both up and clean them all up, and on to the next job. Those two bottom arms built up. Becca's just giving them a bit of a flappy disc, cleaning them all up. Fuel tank is back in on this one. And we fired this up earlier, so it's all pretty much ready to go for Scunthorpe now. Just apart from the usual nut and bolt checks and weighing and tracking, all the other sort of little bits like that. Yeah, so I think Wednesday we'll probably carry on making spares for the tarmac car. So that's Saturday pretty much done. We've just put all these inserts and some bits of tube ready to start making the rest of the spares for the tarmac car on Wednesday. They're all in there counted out, so we know we've got everything. Just got to order a bit of tube and a bit of plate to make up a couple of new uprights, and then I think we're good to go and start making them on Wednesday. That's it, time for a beer.